They didn't throw him out for no reason, right? We all know that. He got teed up twice.
Still like to hear.
That's what happens. Get teed up twice, you're gone.
Okay, so let me ask you this. One of the problems a lot of people have with the NBA is the superstar treatment, right? They won't call a charging foul on, whoever, LeBron. Let's just use LeBron because he's always the lightning rod for this stuff. They won't call a charging foul on him because that might give him his third foul in the first half. And so that means as this game goes on, he might get his sixth foul with 2 minutes left or something.
Yeah.
But you'll just throw Devin Booker out 5 minutes into a game. Like if you had a complex as a fan base that Devin Booker doesn't get superstar calls, this is that times 1,000.
Yeah.
Not only are we not going to give him we're willing to just throw him out at the beginning of a game, not because he got in a fight, because he did something that I tend to agree with Frank Vogel on this one. A lot of players do every night across the league.
Yeah.
Devin Booker does that a lot of nights.
Listen, you know the way I feel about this. Book, I don't believe deserved to be tossed from that game. I don't believe he deserved to be tossed. Now, I don't know every detail. I don't know what was said out there based on earnings. I have no idea. But to me, it looked like he didn't deserve to be tossed from that game. In terms of a fan getting refunded because he was tossed, no. That's the risk you take.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not going to happen. He could have got injured 5 minutes in. He could have, who knows? He could have picked up, you're not going to pick up 6 fouls and a half. But although I think he picked up 4 in like a quarter the other day. No, I'm with you. It's a risk you take, but it does sort of hit a different chord with the fan base of, because look, I mean, this is real. It's not cheap to go to these games.
Yeah.
And a lot of families are not like, I got my season tickets. It's okay. Let's pick a couple. There's probably a lot of people there that were like, last game before the All-Star break.
Right.
Playing the Pistons, so it'll be a little bit easier to get tickets than if they were playing, Luka or whoever, the Lakers, okay. And so you go and you're settling in. I've actually talked to 3 people already that are in this almost exact scenario. And you got your kids sitting down with their Devin Booker jersey. And, all right, everybody got their drinks, okay. Booker got thrown out.
Yeah.
Oh, why? He was complaining. Well, isn't that guy over there on the court complaining? Yeah, but Booker got thrown out because we don't know why.
Okay, a couple of things on this. First and foremost, once again, that sucks buttermilk when that happens, and if that happens. I'm not trying to be insensitive at all. It just sucks buttermilk when that happens. Yet at the same time, are they going to refund your ticket at the craps table when you lose? Are they going to do that when are they going to
really
give your money back? Because you know what? They're not. They're not going to do that, and that's what happens. You assume that responsibility. Anything could happen once you buy that ticket and you go to the game. Anything could happen, and I think most fans, for the most part, understand that. The standard is the standard for an official or for a referee. The standard should be the standard. Now, the NBA, should they look at that crew and look at them and say, hey, you know what? We want to talk to you about this because you got to think about this kind of stuff. Absolutely. And I'll guarantee you they did.
See, and I agree with you on that because of the superstar treatment that players have gotten in this league forever, since well before Adam Silver was the commissioner of this league. Some of what's baked into that, and it can be irritating in the moment because you're watching a playoff game and the star player on the other team's getting a call, and then the glue guy on your team is not getting that call. And it's like, is this an even playing field or what?
Sure.
Part of what's baked into that is the NBA is so cognizant of wanting their star players on the court as much as possible. Now, load management is a whole different thing, right? But they want their best players out there for situations like that. Hey, I took my family to a game, and I took them to 2 Suns games this year. One of them was against, whoever, the Lakers, and they were sitting LeBron. And then I take them to the game against Detroit, and Booker gets thrown out. So they are very aware of that, which is why I agree with you that they probably are going to have a conversation of like, look, if you got to throw a guy out, you got to do it. But you can't just be throwing a guy out because he's complaining. Like that, not 5 minutes into a game. If he's been doing it for 3 quarters, that's different.
Yeah, we all kind of think why the referees did what they did, though, is tied to what happened before this game. I think we all have, 100%. We've talked about that, right? So for me, once again, I think the standard has got to be the standard. I hate the fact there's superstar treatment at all. Talked about this for years. Anybody that has listened to me, you know how I feel about this. It's a joke. A foul is a foul. The standard should be the standard regardless of who the name on the back of the jersey is.
I'm with you on that.
Well, because can you imagine, say, for example, you have a superstar player who knows that he will never get a second technical because he's going to get thrown out.
Right.
Yeah.
And so then he thinks that he can just do whatever he wants up and down the court, and the ref's never going to call it. That would drive us all nuts as well.
Yeah.
So I agree with Wolf. The standard needs to be the standard, but I wonder if things would have been different if Isaiah Stewart didn't clock Drew Eubanks in the face before the game.
Right.
Because, I mean, FanDuel's not giving money back for the bets.
No, and I think I'm taking a loss in Kevin or Devin, aren't I? Am I taking even though I had Devin and he was going to lead
Actually,
scoring?
though, I think,
Were we gonna
to be
protest that?
disqualified right there. I think it's a wash,
Well,
right?
no, FanDuel didn't call it a wash.
Oh, okay.
Well, but
I
see,
will
Rick
say-
Rulemaker's not here today, so we can make whatever rule we want.
What I'll say, though, is that there have been certain instances where betting sites have refunded money. For example, there was a prop bet out there like Klay Thompson or Steph Curry to score the first basket of the Warriors game tonight. And Klay Thompson was a late scratch, and they actually refunded everybody their money.
And then he scored 35.
That's
Klay
it.
Thompson went off at that game.
That is really rare for a betting site to do that, though. It's
Right.
got to be like a really unique circumstance like that.
I just think, once again, Adam Silver has got to get a hold of the officiating, the refereeing that is going on in this association because, again, the standard has got to be the standard. You have to get back to it. A foul is a foul. And I don't care who it is.
Look,
I don't.
You know I'm with you on this, but
Yeah, but the fact that
It's
we're
not
willing
gonna
to
change.
Yeah, I know, but the fact we're willing to accept that sucks butterball.
It does.
It does.
But-
because you know who knows that? The association.
But then it also makes what happened the other night that much worse. Because as a Suns fan, how do you not let your mind wander to like, man, I watched Luka complain up and down the court all game, every
Oh,
game.
man.
Are you
Oh,
going to throw
man.
him out 5 minutes into every game?
Yes.
It's, a while ago it was like, hey, man, Devin Booker doesn't get the respect around the league. But now it's like, okay, Devin Booker's not an unknown. I think you're justified if you watch what he did and you're like, I can name you 10 guys that wouldn't have got thrown out in that position. Like to Aaron's point, that's a problem because those guys know they can do extra stuff.
Yeah. I'm not saying he should have been thrown out, okay? I'm just saying right now the standard is the standard. Now you need to redefine what the standard is.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.